All right, welcome back. After a brief hiatus yesterday for nasty weather, low ambition from nasty cold, other various things. It was kind of cold last night, overnight, about 22 degrees. I don't know exactly, it's warmed up now, it's probably 35. I don't know exactly, it doesn't feel that bad in the building here now. I suppose the sun shining on it has warmed things up, but this is as good a chance as we're gonna get to do a cold start on this here 45 that I did the ignition work on. So I guess without further ado, we'll turn on our switch. This is always fun trying to hold the camera because I really should be able to work the choke. That helps a lot. So here goes. Well, she fired right away, but died before I could get the choke pulled out. So we'll give her a little choke and try again. Barely strong enough to light our fire. So we'll try again. Give her a little more choke. I took the choke off a little too soon. Make no mistake, in the old days, there's a battery charger over there on that shelf, and I'd have been stringing out a cord and charging the battery. I don't need to use this tractor right now, but I'm going to let it run long enough to warm up and recharge its battery. And batteries in these two tractors is an ongoing problem. I guess we'll maybe talk about that in the future if I ever figure it out. Anyway, more later. Thanks. All right, this is gonna be bonus footage, I guess. Maybe you'll see that, but while I was out here starting the WD-45, and we, it had about one more in it, and we got it to light. So I let it run long enough to charge its battery, hopefully. Anyway, while I was here, I look over and here's all these plows, and I'm such a plow junkie, I gotta start messing with them. So Oliver's not looking too bad. We got a coulter there to put back on. It's in good shape. I'm not gonna mess with the rest of the coulters until I get that hook back on the 856, and it's ambulatory and I don't have to work in the gravel up against a wall. So I looked at the coulters on this 540 International plow a little bit. Yeah, they're pretty good. Yep. And then on my Model 70 plow, I noticed that the tail wheel is calcified. So I went over, and as you can see, I've got it set for 25 PSI, and we currently have 0. I've got to thank Rossi Oliver, man, for that. He didn't buy it for me, obviously, but I saw him using it on his channel, one like that, and I thought, man, that is so vastly superior to an air tank. Yeah, it's crazy. So I bought one. And anyway, we'll turn it back on and reset it because it lost its mind there. Okay, so bring that back up to 25, because that's just a guess. Hit the go button. Hopefully, we'll soon have a tire that is not calcified. Sorry, Mike. I'm a little bit anal about tires sitting around flat because I have seen a lot of otherwise perfectly good to great tires that have got horrendous sidewall trauma because they've sat in a state of uninflatedness, I guess. So anyway, we're almost blown up. I'm going to shut you off. Maybe we'll figure out something else to talk about in a little while. Thanks again. All right, next up on today's list, we're going to cold start this old 1066. It's probably colder in this part of this building than it was in the big machine shed, and this being a diesel, but a very good very good starting diesel, I might add. And the starting qualities of these red tractors is one of the big things that attracted me to them. When I first got involved in the farming operation financially, I thought I wanted a 210 or a 220 Allis Chalmers, or possibly even a D21, but I knew they were kind of high priced. All my early attempts to buy a 210 or a 220 were thwarted by high prices. The last 220 that I took a serious run at, I chased to almost $12,000, and the auctioneer, when I quit bidding, says it's only $100. And I said, yeah, it's not the 100 I'm worried about, it's the other 12,000. That was a long time ago, and money was a little tighter then. Anyway, this whole girl came up on a sale not too long after that, and I bought it and have made repairs, and it's just a good old horse. Not that it couldn't use a little more love. It may get it coming up, but anyway, it hadn't ran since, I don't know, at least November, and the other day it was almost 60 degrees, and I was going to shoot the cold start video, and I thought, well, it's not exactly cold, and this being a 400 Series International, that's not much of a challenge. So there is a procedure, I'm told, where you roll these over with the fuel shut off if they haven't ran for quite a while. And there's a time that you're supposed to do that. I don't know. I cranked it for a while, and the batteries didn't seem like they were all that strong, so I went ahead and turned the fuel on and started right up. So it should have got the batteries charged, and we'll, like I say, it's cold, so if it was warm, we'd just go with the first click where the fuel is on. But since it's colder today, I'm going to go ahead and give her some fuel. And here we go. Plug the silly thing in. I mean, I would if it was really cold, I would plug it in. I'll walk back in here and talk to you a little bit and let that run. I'll open the door and let the smoke out. I just want to. It cranked a little longer than I thought it might, but it started right up. Anyway, I'll shoot some footage of this 450 that I keep not working on. How's that? Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. They're good starters in the cold weather. That last 220 that I looked at, it was at a spring sale in April, and it was not hot by any means, but it was over 60 degrees, and they had to give her a whiff of ether to get her to go, and I don't want to fight with that. That's when I went on the hunt for a red one, and that 10's been a damn good tractor. Now, this 856, more bonus footage. I believe that I got the leak on that power steering block sealed up. Time will tell. Now, looking under the tractor here, this spot on the floor concerns me more than others, because we're gonna have to track that down, because I'd like to get that sealed up. The hydraulic couplers are dripping, I look at that as not a big deal. That should be simple. And this tractor should have came with Pioneer, I believe, and someone converted it to big IH. And so far I have left it that way because converting it back would be pricey, but it may happen because we've got bad hoses and horrible routing. So there's this side's not too bad, but man, I don't know what kind of Jerry's kid plumbed this thing, but wow. So anyway, I guess I've rambled on pretty good. I need to get that door open. Yeah. Thanks for watching.